special on EBS FM. Barry is in the studio, and we're going to talk about a very insightful book today.
Yes, that's right. So we're talking about Yuval Noah Harari's 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. And listeners will know we're big fans of Yuval Noah Harari on the show. This is his third book, and it's the third book we've talked about. And I know this book's also super popular here in Korea. I've seen lots of people reading it in coffee shops and on the subway, and the bookshops are full of the Korean translation, copies of the Korean translation of this book. And he's a fantastic writer. He's an Israeli historian, and in this book he's talking about some of the big issues that the world and humanity currently have.
네, 21세기를 위한 21가지 재현이라는 책은 하라리의 세 번째 책인데요. 그 전에 냈었던 책에 대해서도 아주 간단하게 요약을 하자면은 어떻게 할 수 있을까요? How would you summarize very briefly the past two books?
Oh, right. So his first book, Sapiens, that's about the past, like the past of humanity.
Right.
And then he did a book called Homodeus, which was about the future.
And that leaves us with
The present, right? Yeah, so these very big issues that are facing us just now. So he talks about all sorts of different things. He talks about like the future of work and the future of education and AI and social media and just all sorts of things, these very big issues that people are kind of worried about and nervous about. And he's just a very sensible voice, very clear and sensible and intelligent voice.
네, 과거에 대한 얘기를 세피엔스를 통해서 했고요. 미래에 대한 얘기는 호모데우스를 통해서 했다면 이제 현재를 놓고 여러 가지 문제들을 다룹니다. 지금 이 책이죠. 21세기를 위한 21가지 재현인데 이 책을 저도 이제 간단하게는 봤어요. 이제 굉장히 빠른 속도로 봤기 때문에 뭐 정독을 한 건 아니지만 그럼에도 불구하고 정말 이런 순간들이 몇 번 있었거든요. But tell us about this. What are the big problems that we face in today's world?
Okay, so let's just say for one example is AI, right? So artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, if we think of Lee Sedol playing the Google
바둑.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. So that machine, that was an AI program, right? And so Yuval Noah Harari, he says that AI is getting more and more sophisticated. So every day that passes, it becomes more powerful, and it's going to end up replacing a lot of jobs. And this idea that you have a job or a career for life is gone. That's just not going to exist anymore. And in the future, a lot of jobs are going to disappear. This could be challenging for people to deal with. And to remain employed, you'll probably have to sort of relearn different sets of skills constantly throughout your
Right.
life.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, many different topics are dealt
Right,
with in
yeah,
this book.
yeah,
여러 가지 주제를 이제 짧은 메모화식으로 다루고 있는데요. 그 중에 하나가 미래의 직업은 없을 수 있다.
Right,
라는
yeah,
굉장히 무서운
uh-huh,
얘기잖아요.
yeah.
And as you mentioned as well, change is the only constant, is what he says in the book.
Yeah. So he says that the pace of change is increasingly fast, right? That we're going to have to deal with these big changes, just regularly throughout our lives. And so he talks about another example, let's say automation. Automation is also going to replace lots of jobs. And
Exactly.
how are we going to deal with that? What will happen when the vast majority of jobs are done by machines?
Right.
What happens to people when there's just no jobs? What does that...
AIs could be replacing us.
Yeah, right.
In the
right,
next couple of decades.
So
Who knows?
China has an AI news presenter, right? In the past week or
Right.
so, it was in the news. So all of these things seem very kind of scary. What's going to happen in the future? And it's very interesting. What he says about this. And one of the most interesting things I thought was he talks about meditation.
Right.
And so this is the final chapter of the book, the final section. And he says, how do we cope with these big changes, with what it means to be human? And he says that he has a meditation practice.
Right.
And that he meditates for at least an hour a day. And if he didn't meditate, he wouldn't have been able to write his books.
명상의 중요성을 굉장히 강조를 해요. 근데 앞에서 보면은 지금 현재 우리가 이러이러한 문제들을 직면하고 있고 앞으로 수십 년 안에 일자리도 사라지고 AI가 우리 세상을 완전히 다 지배하고 그럴 것인데 우리가 준비할 수 있는 방법들을 몇 가지 제안하는 것 중에 하나가 meditation, 명상이죠.
Right, and that's very interesting. How he says that you need to do something which helps you kind of know yourself, right? Understand yourself as a human in this very rapidly changing world, and he kind of links that to social media, right?
Okay.
We all love our social media, right? We've all got social media apps on our phones and
Yeah, I don't know if we
whatnot.
love it so much as we're just addicted to it.
Right, yeah. Well, this is what he says, right? So people have started over-identifying with this sort of perfect self that you try and create on,
Right.
Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is that you use, and that this is not a path to any kind of fulfillment or happiness.
Right.
That really, it's not true, it's not real, and you should perhaps try and find some way of escaping from that or recognizing it for what it is.
Right.
And so he has very interesting things to say about social media and about meditation, and he also talks about the future of education.
Yeah, and tell us about that.
So this is, very worrying. I'm a teacher. I teach at a university,
Yeah.
and I have students who are, studying interpretation and translation. And one of the things he says is that the models of education that we currently have are just basically outdated, and in the
Right.
future that just won't be how people learn. You'll just learn over the internet. Like if you need to learn something, you will do something through some kind of device.
현재 우리가 교육을 하는 방식, 뭔가 습득하는 방식은 이미 구식이다라고 하시면서요. 그 유발 하라리가 얘기를 하면서 앞으로는 우리가 제일 배워야 하는 것은 배우는 방법을 배워야 된다. 이런 얘기를 하잖아요. You have to master how to learn. That is
Right.
what you have to learn.
Right, yeah, sure.
It's a play of words there.
Yeah, this ability to sort of keep learning, keep absorbing new skills and new information. So you need to be able to educate yourself and react to sort of big changes out there. But the model of sort of teaching that you go to school and then you go to university and then you get a job for life, it's just doesn't make sense
Yeah.
in this sort of overly digital world.
전 되게 인상적으로 봤던 그 라인이 불변하는 것은 계속 변화한다는 것뿐이다라는 그런 비슷한 그런 내용이 있었어요. 그러니까 세상은 계속 변화할 것이기 때문에 그 변화에 맞서서 우리가 준비를 해야 된다. 뭔가 한 가지 뭐 전문성을 가진 것 자체가 지금 어렵고 이제 AI가 있기 때문에 다만 변화에 우리가 계속 적응할 수 있는 그런 능력을 키워야 된다는 게 좀 insightful 했습니다. 저한테는. So I thought, wow. And also the fact that we are collective beings as
Right.
humans.
Right, yeah, sure. So we have to, cooperate with each other, right?
Yeah.
We have to work together. And he talks about these stories, right? That we understand the world through stories.
Yeah.
So communism or, capitalism. But now there's new stories, right? This
Right.
idea of the AI and, maybe like a superhuman class of people in the future. And that we're just going to have to kind of deal with this, right?
Right.
That just find some way of cooperating together. Like he talks about universal basic income
Right.
and things like that. Yeah.
네. 그 유발 하라리가 예전에 인터뷰에서 그런 얘기를 했어요. 개개인을 놓고 보면은 인간 한 명과 원숭이 한 마리를 놓고 봤을 때 인간이 결코 원숭이보다 뭐 이렇게 그렇게 뛰어난 것 같지 않다. 생존 능력은 원숭이가 더 좋다. 그렇지만 우리는 함께 이뤄낼 수 있는 것이 있기 때문에 그래서 이 책을 낸 것이다. 이렇게 쓰더라고요. 우리 함께 이겨냅시다, 여러분. All right. Very good book. Everyone should read it, right?
Yes, absolutely. So highly recommended.
And you can if you win the book today.
Oh, right,
What is the
yeah,
answer to the quiz?
So our quiz question was, these days we hear a lot about fake news, so now we make sure that any type of information is true before publishing, sharing, airing, or presenting it. This is done by 1. Hair checking, 2. Shoe checking, or 3. Fact checking. And the answer is number 3, fact checking.
네, 3번 정답 맞춰주신 분들 중에 윤정래님, 끝번호 4101 쓰시는 분, 8536 쓰시는 분, 또 1219 쓰시는 분, 조재성님까지 축하드립니다. 영단어 챕과 함께 김영사 출판사에서 나온 유발 하라리의 21세기를 위한 21가지 제언 보내드리겠습니다. Thanks so much, Barry, for that.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great Monday.
Yes,
and
you
I'll
too.
see you back next week.
Okay, take care.
All right. Well, we're going to go on to the next part of the show. Very quickly, 권검지 님이요. 2018년에 책을 읽자는 레졸루션 세우려다가 실패했는데 내년에는 적어도 20권을 읽으려고 해요. 모닝 스페셜에서 자극과 동기부여 팍팍 받고 좋은 기도 받아서 꼭 성공할게요. 라고 하셨습니다. 감사합니다. 자, 책 코너 이쯤에서 마무리하고요. 이제 다음 Today in History로 넘어갈 텐데요. 노래 한 곡 듣고 올게요. Here's Magic by Olivia Newton-John.